Good morning. It is July. Hey, Moch. There's no one walking. Relájate. It's that's Mochi. I'm dog sitting. July 19th. Monday. Couple things. One, I just got off the phone with this recruiter, and so just confirming that I'm gonna accept this position, and just fine-tuning a few things. I told her I can start as soon as I get through the training, and I haven't heard back from Hannah, so I'm gonna reach out to her just to kind of let her know, that this is the time frame that I have, which works perfectly because I technically won't start this position until August 9th. Potentially, probably a little sooner if I choose to, depending on how fast I go. And but I haven't heard back in terms of how I'm going to close out that chapter with Hannah and with the rest of the team there. And so I'm going to reach out just, to confirm that she got my message and just to remind her of that as I get ready for this new transition. But I am grateful because I'm just grateful that this is going to get going, and it's just going to get going. But I was running this morning, jogging, walking, all three on the treadmill, and realized, again, I'm just reflecting on these experiences that I've had with these individuals, and everything is unfolding as it should be, right? Even when there's delays in that process, like, that's part of it. The delays are purposeful, right? They're purposeful. Everything is purposeful. And the delays are purposeful because sometimes it just takes us a little longer to get it, And there's no shame in that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just part of that process, right? And just like me grieving, right? And there's and people who grieve, right, over losses of relationships, over losses of jobs, over losses of people in their life, transitions. The grieving process is different for everybody, and for some it's just going to take a little longer, right? And clearly I'm still getting triggered. I'm still getting triggered, clearly. Am I going to let that hold me back? No, I'm not. That's just not my style. I'm not going to let it hold me back. And I was thinking about it this morning. All of these examples continue to put up this mirror of my self-worth, really. It's my self-worth and where I'm putting my self-worth on, right? Am I putting it on other people to get it, right, of my worth? Or am I putting it on other experiences, right, for financial security, to demonstrate my worth, right? Because that's what I was doing. I was, in essence, waiting to get paid my worth, waiting for people to see, or if they saw, then it was the rest of it, right? No, I hold my sense of self-worth within me. That's what I was realizing. And I probably realized it before, but sometimes you need that lesson again to solidify it, to really like, hey, don't forget, this is where your self-worth is. It's within you, right? It's within me, not on anybody else, not dependent on anybody else to see it. And I say that because I don't know if I mentioned, I don't think I mentioned, or maybe I did. So Mr. Arizona reached out. He reached out He's so funny. He reached out. He's like, I'm headed to California. I know you're moving. He's like, but I'm headed to California this weekend. And I'd like to see you. So I'm like, oh, okay, he's going to California. Probably has some business to do, right? No. So I told him, like, hey, I'm in the middle of moving. I'm trying to get out of my place by the end of the week. Even though I technically have the place until the end of August, I just want to be done with that chapter, and I want to start the next one. And so I'm like, everything's just going to depend. And then everything's just going to depend on on how the week unfolds. And and I'm a little nervous. Like, well, I didn't get nervous until later on. I found out that I'm the reason why he's coming to California. Like, I'm the reason. He doesn't have anything else pending. There's no other commitment. I'm the reason he's coming to California. I was just like, what? And I just started laughing because I was just like, one, I'm not used to that, right? I'm not used to people going to certain lengths for me. Just not used to that. And I think I mentioned it, like, I have an issue with receiving. And people were probably trying to gift me things to show me my worth or what they see in me. And I was just too stubborn to, like, accept it and be like, no, I don't need anything. But that, like, I mean, it felt nice. I was just like, oh, okay. But then I was just like, I need you to know, I don't want to mislead you, right? And I was clear with him. I was like, I don't want to mislead you. This is where I'm at. And I just, friendship, that's all I can offer right now. Friendship. So he's like, what do you think I'm going to do? Go over there and kiss you? He's like, don't be chicken. I'm like, no one called me chicken. No one called me chicken. Like, fine. It's like, I have a few hours in the evening. And he's just, and then I told him, like, my financial situation. I'm like, I haven't worked all month. Like, I'm trying to save up for first and you know, at first month's rent and my deposit, and I'm financially in a bind right now. I really can't do anything. I mean, I probably could. I just choose not to. And so he's like, don't worry about anything. Let's just have fun. He's like, you're a hard worker. I'm a hard worker. I need a break, and I want to come see you, and let's just have a good time. I was like, okay, sure, why not? So that's the plan. So Mr. Arizona is coming down. Just to see me, just to hang out with me for a few hours. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. But cool crazy, I guess, right? And I guess, I mean, I don't know, like, I guess it speaks to, and I was telling another loved one, I was just like, can you believe it? Can you believe that this is happening? I'm just like, does that speak to my worth? Does that speak to the vibe that I'm putting out there in terms of my value now? I don't know. But then I'm having to remind myself, like, my value, my worth is not out there, right? My value, my worth is in here. And I need to remember that. So with all of these interactions that are happening, I need to remember that it doesn't speak to my worth because my worth is already in here. I had a conversation with another loved one, and she shared a quote with me that made me think, and it said something about, like, something those, you know, something waiting, something, but then there are those who go and make it happen. So I don't remember the first part, but I remember the last part. Then there are those that go and make it happen. Oh, it was like a TikTok or something that she showed me, and I was just like, hell yeah, like, that makes sense, right? This is me going and making it happen. This is me knowing my worth, not depending on someone else to pay me my worth, not depending on somebody else to show me my worth. This is me making it happen for myself because I know my worth. And even with this move, right, there is the potential, right, of working with someone. I'm not going to depend on that other person. I'm not going to wait for that other person to make it happen, right? There's so many other avenues I can go. There's so many other people that I can tap into to make it happen. To make it happen. I have that power within me. I can see right through people. I'm seeing through them a lot faster, a lot quicker. And I'm going to use that to my advantage. In a good way, of course. I'm not going to tear them down. I mean, if they invite me to shed light on the dark side of themselves, right, what I see, then I'll do it. Being mindful of when, being mindful of how much, right? And honoring, right? Doing it in a way where I'm honoring their growth as best as I can, as best as one, someone once told me, it's just, actually Kobu, a lot of people have told me, like, I don't pick the right time to say things. I'm like, sometimes the time is irrelevant. There's never going to be a right time. There's always going to be something. Life, that's how life happens, right? And so, and that's another reason too, right? Like it's like the doctors. The doctor, when you go to the doctor's office, they're not going to wait for things to be perfect to tell you news, right? They tell you news, whether you're ready for it or not. What you choose to listen and pick up from that conversation is going to be your ability to receive that information, right? And that's why they say don't go to the doctors without going with someone or without taking notes, right? Pad and paper for me, because I like to take notes and I like to ask questions. And I'm able to emotionally detach myself and be like, hold up, I'm gonna ask you again, right? Or because at some point, you get to that want point. And so that's why I really like writing. I really like, like how I did it with that other fire sign where I sent him his birth chart overview as best as I could. He really liked that I wrote it out. And it's because sometimes we can only digest a certain amount of information in a certain amount of time, right? Life doesn't wait for perfect moments. Life just happens. Life just happens. But anyways, I still find myself being triggered. That's okay, right? Allowing myself to feel it. I'm allowing myself to balance myself out and then to keep moving on. And, I like how this new fire sign put it. He said, you're just needing to release things. Go right ahead and release as often as you need to, he said. I was really grateful for that. Yay! I got my email in a Word format. Oh, letters of recommendation. Got it. References. Got it. Okay, I gotta get busy. I gotta get going. I need to take care of all this stuff. So I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.